Have you ever seen a nigga like a little strange, but I hit it right? Niggas stretching, I just stretch my ears. Snort the powder and arrest my fears. Playing dirty like I'm billing beer. I'm a bad boy filled with Biggie spirit. Is this your king? He ain't marvelous. I got hella scars, see me shaking spears. I see you and think you so Apollo, and I'm like pan-seared. I'm so damn rare. Say your name shit. Put her hands there, put her head here. No more fanfare.
Hello y'all, I be the chillest guy, stepping off my throne to come and get applause. I be kicking, flipping hella bars like a black belt in hip hop or martial arts.
Welcome. Welcome to the Good Vibes podcast. Oh yeah, the some Good Vibes podcast. We had to come a little different for y'all this podcast. You know, clear some of the bad mojo in there, some of the toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Toxicity.
You made that shit up, nigga. Toxicity and
that's my word. That's why I keep saying it. If I say it enough, you know, niggas might fuck with it.
You trying to rewrite the English language. It's okay.
I mean, shit,
That's what black people do.
I mean, they've done it.
We've done it countless times.
This ain't our book anyway, you know.
Imagine finna.
I don't know nothing about those words that you speak of.
We finna release the air of the toxicity.
I'm all about good vibes, baby. I'm your host that does the absolute motherfucking most, Mr. A-Lo Boot. Alongside of me, co-host Mr. Howie Stacks. Howard, what's the word, baby?
You know, just over here keeping it chill and keeping it trill. You feel me?
You feel me? H-Time, hold it down. We appreciate y'all rocking with us again on another good podcast. Good vibes only. We want to make sure that y'all having good vibes out there and y'all keeping everything right and keeping it tight.
Keeping it right.
I can see how radio hosts do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have the late night show. Like, I could imagine, like, me with hella candles, like, fucking what's his name? Fucking from... fuck.
Who you thinking of?
My favorite movie, Ladies Man.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Leon Phelps.
Yeah, I could be him, like me, with the candles and shit, and he just late night, just sexy vibe, talking and shit.
Then you gotta turn her over and do it in the butt.
And do it in the butt. Leon Phelps. Gee, just funny as hell.
You start off.
This is episode 19, I believe, of us going along, and we are very close to 20 episodes in with Spotify.
Got a whole series for that ass.
With Spotify viewer listenership, you know, and with YouTube kind of continues on the rise. I mean, it's a lot to feel good about. You know what I'm saying? Like we're reaching points that we didn't think we would this early. We always knew we'd be doing something great. Obviously, we're fucking great. But outside of that, we wanted to make sure that we put something like meaningful on the table, and I think we've done that so far. It's kind of showing that. So feel good, man. It's a feel good podcast. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes only. It's a lot of crazy shit still happening in the world today. More rioting.
Yeah.
Has happened in Chicago randomly. I guess I don't want to say it was randomly. It was for probably obvious good reason, but it's so much different shit, you know. And we want to make sure that people are in high spirits when they watch us and they're not getting the same regurgitated bullshit over and over again. So that's why we want to make sure we bring the knowledge and everything else to the forefront. Happy belated birthday to my oldest daughter who turned 6. Cadence, I love you, Daddy loves you. We had a fun time this weekend. We did a whole lot of crazy stuff that she wanted to do. I bought her a television. Listen, kids are spoiled these days.
Yeah, I went to the aquarium too.
Yeah, we went to the aquarium. I took her to the aquarium. She had a sleepover. She had a party. She did more things in one weekend that most people do in their entire life, and I try to let her know.
Hell yeah.
Be blessed. Be merry. It's fucking.
I forgot we was on camera for a second. I was like, I'm gonna beat that nigga. Goddamn.
So yeah, we're here. We're here, and we love you. I love you, sweetheart.
Happy birthday, Katie.
So, well, first of all, what's been going on with you?
Shit, niggas still working, still essential.
Yeah, listen.
So tired of you niggas, man. I need a break. I'm burning out.
We're breaking from that silicone.
Yeah, right.
Why niggas need so much silicone?
I don't know.
What are they
It's
doing
not
with
even the
this
shit for
back by?
titties. It pisses me off. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't titties, I'm not really interested.
I thought all silicone was the same.
Nah, look, they say specific. They say on the boxes specifically not for use in the human body. So somebody else did think of this shit. They was like,
they
look
wouldn't
at all
buy-
these gums.
Like buy silicone for cheap.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna take this from my job, put it in my cheeks.
Let me just
See how this goes. Take a turkey baster and just.
just stick it in there. That was one of the questions from this or that last week. You know, whether you could die. Now you could actually die really easily from your job because you could just if you put silicone in your ass or in your titties, that would hurt. That would hurt really
look,
bad, especially if it doesn't belong.
Just working that hurts, and the powders are dangerous and shit. So, comment, like, and subscribe. Please save my life. I want to quit my job, please.
This is his Cash App. This is his.
Yeah.
Please donate anything that you possibly can to the Howard D. Stackington
The foundation.
Crisis Fund. This is what's funny.
Don't go crazy.
You know how they were joking about how in 10, 15 years we were going to get commercials like, if you caught COVID-19, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Hell yeah.
I saw that commercial fucking this week.
Already?
Yes.
Damn, they own it.
Swear to God.
America's got that lawyer culture,
COVID-19, if you've been affected by COVID-19, nigga, your mind is going to be blowing up with motherfuckers trying to get money. Like, yo, nigga,
I got it.
I caught it. I'm not sure if I didn't go to the doctor, but I know I had that shit, son.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe that they were doing that already. But y'all saw that. That just made me remind me of that. So, I feel like I thought this story was over, right? Our next part. I thought it was over, and apparently, this shit ain't over, because the entanglement season is upon us officially yet again with another drop, a bombshell, if you will, on the interwebs. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about August Alsina, of course, who this bitch ass nigga doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. Because it's over already. We've finished this already. You don't know.
Actually, I don't know if I heard about it. I just seen a meme. I seen a meme of Jaden looking mad, and it said Jaden just mad he didn't get the fuck August 1st, and I thought that shit was funny.
That is not what I'm talking about.
Well,
however, hilarious.
Feel good podcast.
And this is supposed to be a feel good podcast, and we're not. Hey, listen. Whatever makes you feel good, right? We're not here to
I'm
discriminate.
sorry, that shit was funny as hell.
We're not here to discriminate, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. God damn it. Why did he have to do this shit? I was done talking about him last week.
I thought he already said something like Keke Palmer or some shit like that.
Man, you guys have not been in the loop, have you?
Actually, no. I've seen a lot of entanglements. Like, Jesus Christ, that's all the word. I just, down my timeline, everything's entangled.
Have you seen a lot of entanglements?
I don't see anything. If we're talking about the actual act of entanglement.
So guess what we're going to do on this podcast, right? Because this is the Feel Good podcast. We're going to make sure that everybody is fully aware in what's going on, and we're going to have that time.
This nigga made a song?
He made a song
Oh, hell no!
called Entanglement.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, you've been listening to it. It's got a star by it.
I did listen.
You listened to it a couple times.
Twice.
You don't just get a star from
No.
listening to it one time.
No, because it's also based off of.
You hear
Hold
what
on.
I'm saying?
No, I'm not lying.
What happened was.
It's also based on how popular the song is too, based on a specific number of music. It does put your music in a different, but it does do that for albums I just downloaded. I already have stars next to it, which I know those are the
Maybe
popular
I'll
songs.
entertain this idea.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
This nigga made it.
So.
With Rick Ross.
Right, all of niggas
Why?
single the song with.
I hate this nigga. I fucking hate this nigga. I hate this nigga. I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Entanglements.
This is fucking hilarious.
We tangling the streets, entanglements. Hey, but Rick Ross' verse is fire though.
Oh my God.
Wait, listen to Rick Ross' verse. I mean, we're gonna listen to it.
What the fuck is going on, bruh? This is wrong. I'm mad. I'm pissed off
So-
at this nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
August fucking Alsina makes a song
This nigga
called
is
Entanglements.
He's a super villain.
And it's just like, yo, like if you already wasn't
This nigga's a light-skinned super villain.
if you already wasn't a soft cookie ass nigga enough for just going around and telling the business, you had to go and make a fucking love song and then call it Entanglements. Yo, if I was Will Smith, yo, I would hunt you the fuck down. Just because
Will
like,
Smith
yo,
gonna
now
go
you
Iron
playing.
Legend on your ass.
Yeah, so now you playing.
He doing pull-ups right now.
Because
I'm gonna
of
get
that-
you back.
So, how do we feel? How do we feel about the Entanglement song? How do we feel about?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm sick of this nigga, but at the same time, that shit banged up. But it is. It's definitely at Will Smith's expense, probably. Unless,
Yeah,
there's no way he agreed to that.
Yeah, no way.
2020 is fucking crazy, man. It's actually very fucking ridiculous. I find a lot of the shit that we've even had to talk about pretty fucking ridiculous.
2020 has given us a reason for this podcast to be as live as it is. Like, without 2020, this podcast could not be where it's at right now.
Oh, for real? Because y'all niggas is crazy.
Y'all
niggas
are
is
like
crazy.
this. Y'all are giving us the material to fucking talk shit bad. It's almost like, hey, you guys got podcasts. Here you go. Here's some more fucked up shit.
Yeah,
Ebola and
a
shit.
packet like
Fucking-
for this week's.
yeah, this week, bubonic plague, Ebola, entanglements, fucking all
The
type of-
Democrats wearing kente cloth.
Yeah, that too.
Like, when some ridiculous shit has happened, bro.
Yeah, this got to be the end of the world. If this isn't the end of the world, then I don't want to see anything else. Like,
Yeah, for real. This
This has to be the end.
It's a fun end of the world, but it's not for everybody. But you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
everybody's
but
not.
we're definitely like watching this shit. Like, what the fuck? Did you know you can order condoms on DoorDash?
You can.
Yeah, they're like $8 for a 3-pack.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not that I've purchased them. I've never purchased condoms on DoorDash, but
Yo, listen.
I looked.
Here's the thing.
Just wanted to see what you could get.
If somehow or another I have to order condoms off of DoorDash, I'm fucking raw.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because my dick's not staying hard that long for DoorDash to get there.
Makes sense.
Have you ordered on DoorDash before?
I know you're gonna be waiting 40 minutes. You just stay wet for me real quick. The
Two more.
driver said he's on the way. You know he's doing a circle.
He
I
just
think he passed. He passed the. Could you go outside and?
when he picks these motherfuckers up, I'm about to tear your ass apart. As soon as it looks like he just.
It says he's at the store.
Look like
right
he's just
now.
there. He's just waiting on the order. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there's no point in that.
Yeah, no,
However,
you're right.
hilarious. So we're gonna be done with August. I'm done with August.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of
done.
this shit.
All right. Moving on from this dude. In shoot 'em up news, Shot Girl Summer has gained its place in.
You own one today.
What are you talking about? I'm Good Vibes.
You own one today.
Ooh, hey.
The shade is real.
I'm trying to knock it shot.
You. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion.
What the fuck?
Got into an entanglement of a different sort. And
First off, I'm mad that nigga was entangled up in that. I want to be entangled up in that.
yeah, like yo,
And
this,
I won't shoot you, baby.
what is with you
I'll
fucking
never shoot you.
goofy ass niggas fucking it up with all of the beautiful women in the industry? Like
How? Yeah, they're like.
Jada Pinkett is married. That makes sense, right? But you over here is just running your mouth. Tory is running around with Kylie Jenner and Megan Thee Stallion, and then somehow or another shoots Megan Thee Stallion in the foot twice.
Bro, it pisses
How does
me
this
off.
happen?
It pisses me off because now
How does this happen?
it's like, now here we go again with black men don't protect us. And I'm like, it's little tiny,
I was gonna get into
it's
that.
little tiny ass niggas like this.
Oh Jesus Christ! So I was just gonna get into that.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna get
Because
into
this
it.
nigga's been had an ego problem. This nigga just warmed up on me with the music and shit. I'm trying to like
No,
this nigga.
not only did he have a great
And
album,
you go and shoot my favorite bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Man. The hell? Now we gotta take the blame for this shit.
Oh,
Now I gotta, you know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
I gotta be careful.
no, you don't have.
I
to
gotta shoot somebody. If the next black woman that get touched, I gotta shoot the nigga.
Yeah, I gotta kill him.
Because of you.
Because of you.
Dumbass
making it-
nigga. I gotta take a murder. I gotta go to
You
jail.
making it real hard for the niggas that say that they protect black women and then turn around and don't protect black women, and then all of a sudden it turns into like a situation where it's like, I could protect you or I could not go to jail at this point, because right now I want to kill somebody. Like I want to fucking cause harm to people that do dumb shit like this. And it's
He
even
deserves
harder.
a good slap.
Like he deserves more than that. Because
Pistol whip. I mean, he shot her.
Let's unfold the story. Hold on. Before, wait.
Did he really?
Wait,
Is it a rumor? I don't even know. I'm just
know,
upset.
We don't know officially yet what happened.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's scale it back because here, we can't do that.
I'm pissed off.
Now,
I just assumed. I shouldn't
the
assume.
evidence is
leaning towards.
Very leaning towards. You shot her.
Like,
however, let's unpack this as a whole, right? Excuse me, can I have a little bit of that sear mist right there? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. No, I mean, I didn't even pour it in a cup for me. Thank you, sir.
Actually, could you pour a little in my cup too, sir? Niggas is.
Pour a drink, bitch! Hurry up! Let's unpack this a little bit, right? Let's unpack this. Hold on, let's unpack it, right? Let's start from the beginning.
I'm so upset.
Let's start from the beginning. Tory Lanez apparently over the last few weekends had been hanging out with Kylie Jenner and Megan Thee Stallion in Hollywood, right? They were hanging out, chilling. I think there was some video shoots going on. Thank you, sir. Good vibes, good vibes.
Appreciate it.
I think there was a video shoot going on. There was some other stuff going on. Oh, I was so parched. Wet my whistle. Thank you. So Tory Lanez apparently, they were in Hollywood. They were hanging out. They were chilling. There was a live that went up that him and Kylie Jenner were in the pool. Everything was cool, right? We get a update that now this is the first thing that I heard. So I'm gonna go in order of the way I heard the story. Megan Thee Stallion ends up getting shot late, right? I'm thinking it was maybe at the place that they were, the venue or whatever. Then the story came out that apparently Tory goes to jail. But Tory doesn't go to jail for an assault charge, which you would probably go to jail for an assault charge for shooting somebody in the foot, assault with a deadly weapon, something like that. He goes to jail for gun possession. And everybody was
did
like,
he just
okay,
have a gun?
Right. So hold on, I'm going through the story. So then it turns into
or did somebody shoot her and he didn't help?
Okay, so this is where we're going with that, because those are all parts of the story that apparently popped up, right? It popped up that first story that popped up was that
one of her friends got accused of shooting her too.
Yeah, right, which was totally false. She didn't have a gun.
And she had to say something.
But she was there.
Yeah.
So the story goes that Tory Lanez was defending Megan from some shit, and somehow or another Megan got shot in the foot. Tory had apparently let off some rounds. They went in the car and he was driving her to the hospital. First story that I heard. Second story that I heard was that the friend was on some jealous shit because of what her and Tory had going on. I think Tory was trying to smash her some other shit, shoots her on some whatever type shit, and then they get into the fucking car and leave to get away from the situation, and then blah, 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 and then the police pull them over, and then that's when you saw the videos of them bagging out the car, and then Megan's foot was fucking shot. She was just like hobbling, like bleeding out of her fucking foot. Did you see those videos?
No, I didn't.
Have you seen them? Yeah, so you can go and Google those. And Tori's just like butt naked on the ground and shit, like laying down. Like, it was just wild. Yeah, look it up so you can see it. Then the story came out that Megan, because you remember Meg had this whole dispute with her old label, and that they had put a hit out on Megan, right? A whole bunch of crazy conspiracy theories started flying around. Then the final story kind of came out, right? After Megan had posted that, what she posted on her Instagram and said, somebody tried to cause me physical harm, like da-da-da-da, I'm just glad that I'm safe, things that and the third, whatever. Then it comes down to a situation where we find out that apparently, this is the last story that we've heard so far, the one that seemed to make the most sense. Tory was trying to get the girls to go back to the crib, or I think like the what's the name or whatever. They got into an argument about something. They wanted to get out the car. He didn't want to let them out the car. So when they finally got out the car, this nigga Tory proceeded to like fake threaten her to shoot her, and then ended up shooting her twice in the foot.
Oh.
As she was out the car and he was in the car. And then they heard gunshots or whatever the case may be. I think he was driving her to the hospital. And then police pulled over, and then you see the videos and all this other shit. But again, Tory was only arrested, now we're saying allegedly for all this, all right? This is all allegedly, because what we know is that Tory was arrested for gun possession. He was not arrested for an assault. He was not arrested for shooting. He was not arrested for any of that. Now, the last little thing I heard was that they're trying to upgrade his charges. I don't know if they've officially done that yet, but all I know is that Megan apparently tried to cover for Tory, which is the story that she had stepped on some glass or something so that Tory didn't get in trouble, a whole bunch of other shit. So the story is really weird because it's like you go on and you make a statement on your Instagram basically saying that that person tried to commit physical harm to you, and then at the same time, apparently you tried to cover for Tory. So what happened, right? We don't really know officially.
Let me see.
That's her friend, I think, because Megan's on the other side. So, do we believe that Tory actually shot?
I don't know. Seems to be like niggas.
Cause that would be fucking crazy, right? After all the shit that's been going on, this dude finally gets on with the quarantine radio and his album, and the people start loving him again. But then it was like, this kind of proves the point. And it was like, oh, this nigga wasn't to be trusted because he already was on some fuck shit a while ago. They already said he had an attitude. They already said he beat women. They already said a whole bunch of shit that apparently we didn't listen to as men, right?
I mean, his music is definitely,
God, I love this blanket. Oh man, it's so soft.
He definitely has some energy in there that I've noticed, but.
Yeah, so I mean, what do we think? What do we think about this situation?
I don't know. I think we don't know enough yet to truly, know. However,
all right,
it looks like he shot her.
Let's speculate that it's true.
It looks like they got into an argument or something. Well, he shot her.
This is the fun part about this, right? Because we can just make up shit.
Maybe he shot her in an accident. I don't know.
Twice in the foot.
It was like 4 bullet casings, right?
I don't know.
It was 4 shots.
This nigga let go on her like fucking Harlem Nights.
That's fucked up.
Man. And Eddie Murphy and fucking
quick.
He's like, I shoot that
you
fucking
gonna shoot
pinky.
me in my damn pinky toe quick?
It's like, I will shoot that gnarled, crusty motherfucker the fuck off your foot. Now put the knife away.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Tory's like, what is he, like 5'3"? Megan's like 5'10". Yo, she's like twice this nigga's size. I'm sure she could handle herself, which is probably why this nigga needed a gun in the first place.
Yeah, but that's no excuse to shoot her.
Of course not. But what if Megan was probably whooping this nigga's ass and like?
No, I mean, she seems like she's physically capable, but she doesn't really seem like the type.
Megan Thee Stallion is in fact a savage.
You think so?
Very.
A gorgeous woman with that.
So my estimation would be that Tory may have done something that she wasn't really for. She beat the nigga up a little bit. He felt embarrassed and he shot her.
That's viable, but
because there's no other reason why you would shoot a woman or anybody in that situation.
Okay, look now. I feel like you want me to bring up old shit. Now you already know how I feel.
I don't want you to bring up anything.
I
didn't say anything. I didn't say. What did I do to make you want to bring anything up?
You know how these Canada niggas be getting.
Oh shit! Here you go.
I don't want to go down this route.
He hates Canada apparently. For some reason.
I don't hate Canada,
and I don't know why.
I don't hate Canada.
Is there something about Canada that you don't like other than their women?
Okay, look, I love Canada.
So what are you saying about Canada niggas? What are you generalizing there with Canada men? What did they do so wrong to you, Howie? That you make it
wrong. They just
so
like,
what are you
saying? There seems like there's a level of. I mean, American men have it too, but
yeah, so
there's a level of sensitivity there.
This sounds like it's something that I would be saying right now.
I know I'm problematic today, but I just feel like
it's good vibes only.
I mean, look, it's good. The reason why I say I'm bringing up bullshit is because I was just super turned off by that Marvin's Room lyric for like years. For 7 years. I held on to it for years. I held on to it for like, what was it? Remember? He was like, I was like, man, this nigga going through a purse? That shit is like, shit ain't right. I can't listen to Drake because of that. I was mad as hell. I was like, that's what niggas do in Canada? So, bringing up those thoughts, like, it's, Drake will go through a phone, he'll hide his baby from the world, he'll hide the kid from the world, not hiding the world from the kid, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez, he might shoot my baby girl.
Get your shit off.
I might believe it. You know what I'm saying? I believe he'll shoot Meg. Because he's short. He got a short man syndrome. He been had it.
So is this why he did it? Do you think this is why
I don't think he would have had to been provoked that much.
Do you feel like black men in this situation, are we overlooking this? Because apparently the story is that this got no press like it should have. If this was they said if this was Ariana Grande that got shot in the foot by Justin Bieber, it'd be all over the fucking news.
Right?
It'd be huge news, but it's Tory Lanez, a smaller, non-perceivable threat, shooting somebody who seems to be able to take care of herself, and people don't care.
And then, boy, I think the reason what spurred her to say what she said was 50 Cent cracking all them jokes.
I mean, it's just 50 Cent. I mean, why do you even take anything he says
Well,
serious?
people be taking 50 Cent serious because they starting to feel like he don't like black women.
50 has had these same opinions on black women forever. He said this shit so many times. Listen, why do y'all feel like it's our duty and obligation to save every black man and have them think the way that you want us to think? Every black man is not gonna think the way you want us to think. They're not gonna have this opinion that's so solid down the middle. Why are we fighting on the campaign of, I think there are enough black men that care about the safety of black women in the world to where I don't think we should give a fuck about trying to educate anybody anymore on that topic. If you don't give a fuck about black women now, you're never gonna give a fuck about black women, and your offspring probably is not gonna give a fuck about black women. And it's sad, but I think there's enough black men out there that will protect black women to where shit like this won't happen.
I feel like I see a lot of women say that they would disagree, and it kills.
So are we on some sort of like tour to like make black men more?
I don't know if we
appreciate
can,
more.
because
like what do we do? Have black men like etiquette classes and shit like that? Like, I mean, I know that sounds ignorant because
I think that we
actually
are
do shit like
around
that.
Men that would protect black women. So sometimes maybe we don't see how many men there are that wouldn't, because we ain't even around them niggas.
I still feel like the number is still
Like, did you see that video? Have we talked about this in previous episodes where they threw that girl in the trash can?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that there aren't enough. I'm not saying that black men shouldn't learn about history and how it's being perceived. Not even how it's perceived, how it's actually happening in the world to where we're not as protective over our own women the way we should be. I completely understand the sentiments of where they're coming from. I even had an argument with saying, hey, listen, don't call black women. Remember we talked about like don't call black women strong, because then it gives like you don't tell women that they're strong, which is also oxymoronic, because it's like as much as the independence wave is coming and the feminist movement and things like that, it's hard to know what we're supposed to do, because I believe personally it's innate in a man's nature to protect women. Women, period. Now, shit happens and time goes along, and for some reason that shit dissipates and goes away. But for me, I thoroughly believe that men are here to do one job and one job only, and that is to protect, especially women. And you should naturally want to protect women that look like you, so that's why I say it's a natural instinct to protect black women. It should be.
So then do you think that maybe
there are human mitigating factors that prevent us from doing that and stop us from doing it, and one of them, not total, because I don't want people to misconstrue what I say, one of them just so happens to be not only the way black women are perceived, but the way that you all want to be perceived too. I feel like that is one factor. There are multiple other factors, and maybe that factor isn't even the most important one, but I'm only highlighting it because it directly correlates with that movement of, hey, like she talks about, I'm a savage, I'm a dog, I'm this, I'm that. She has a bravado about her to where it's like, why would anybody need to protect her? But then you have to
remember,
you have to look through that. She's a woman at the end of the day. She's a black woman.
It's just rap, like.
But this is what we're saying. It's like if you black men or men period we don't want a woman. Let me just be honest. Fuck the political bullshit. Men don't want women who they feel like they are not able to help or have some sort of. I'm gonna say power. It's the wrong word. It's the wrong word.
It's true. A lot of men would like to have some sort of like control or.
Yeah, and control. I don't want to say those words because I understand what those words mean. Those words trigger different things. But when I'm saying control or power or anything like that, just having something to hang on, because what we hang on is the protection aspect. If I don't feel like I need to protect you, I really don't want you or be around you, because you you can do everything that it is my job to do in nature. If you could take care of yourself, what the fuck am I doing with you? That's how men think. Not all men, most men, and even myself at a certain point.
But does
thought
that
like
is that saying that like what is it due to? Is it due to gender roles, or is it due to racial implications? What do you think it's due to? Because I
don't know.
Essentially, there were like
I don't know.
what comes along with what you're saying is that essentially men are useless in today's society, which I don't think is correct. I don't think we're useless.
I've heard this
But I think that some men are feeling useless.
I've heard this from a number of women, especially within that movement, that will tell you, that will say, our purpose right now is hurting the earth. It's hurting generations. It's hurting future populations. It's hurting us from our mannerisms, from the toxic, quote unquote, toxic masculinity, from the just our overall just bravado and who we are as men is bad for future generations because it hasn't been addressed. It hasn't been addressed until now, more recently, to where it's like, look, everything that y'all have ever learned as to being a man is not what men do. And although it's possible that that's true, it really fucking fucks up the fabric of who we are and everything. Because right now, all we're thinking about in our head is like, all right, everything that I thought was manly is in fact not manly. It is toxic fucking masculinity. It is sexist. It's, you know, you're overall just a fucking douche.
So you think basically it's almost like hearing that information has like caused like a mental like issue
like
with
a
men.
shift. Like
because they're just like they're not sure what the fuck. What am I supposed to be? I've been this my whole life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everything about who I am is wrong. You know how hard it is to recreate your identity, especially when you're old.
But right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. On top of that, on top of all those things being passed down from generation, it's gotten all the way down to us and kids younger than us, right? We get to a point where we also look at the movements that have also come out of that. So these feminist movements, right? Where they're explaining to us things that we assume are just things that men do. And just due to the fact that those movements produced a whole bunch of self-serving, heavily opinionated, heavily, regarded on independency and not needing a man and things of that nature, right? Because that's what those movements created, right? It created women to show them, say, hey, listen, we can not only can we do everything you do, men, we can do it better, right? Like, it's sexist to say you don't want women in the police force, right?
It was a lot of women at the
Smiling
Nine. You remember that? It was a lot of women on the.
Yeah,
there were all female cops.
Yeah, there's a lot of female cops. So it's sexist to say that, right? Because women will say, we can hold our own, we can protect, we can do these things. And it's not a doubt, right? It's not a doubt in our mind that you can. It's, do we want you in society too? Have to. Because my thing is like, there aren't enough men to be able to go out and protect women, to go and do that job. That is scary, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be in more compromising positions than me, i.e. 300-pound biker fucking knocks your block off, right? Like, to me, it's like, all right, she's a cop, she signed up for it, but at the same time, like, damn, man, like, fuck, you shouldn't even be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, you can't look at it like that because it's a new day, and that's a sexist, that is a toxic way of looking at it, and that's a bad way of looking at things because women can be cops too, and women can be firefighters too. But then I also go to the point of like, hey, 300-pound, different situation. 300-pound guy is stuck in a building, and there's only 2 women firefighters there to save him, and they weigh 140 combined.
I mean, but I feel like, to be a firefighter, you have to be able to like at least deadlift 200 pounds.
Right, you gotta have all this different type of strength training, but no. I watched the thing on like with the military and like certain like, you can pass and be a firefighter and not be the most, strong or like, there are ways of getting around it. You can be in the military, right? And you don't have to, you know, they had to change regulations and things like that, right? For like the women in the military and shit like that. And then, you know, people fought against that because they was like, no, we want to be equal to the men. And it was just so much shit. So it's like, we're living in a world where we don't feel like we have to protect women because we feel like you can do everything. I think that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's not that I don't want you to be equal and do some of the things that we do or hold some of the positions. I just feel like there are some positions that are better off for women and better off for men.
I think sometimes we get mixed messages though. Like for example, like you definitely have some area, like some people that are like, yo, like as a whole, men are trash. I don't need them. Then we have some women who are like, the way they look at things is just like, well, like I just need to have my own money and yeah, but they still, like, they want a man around, but they're like, they acknowledge that the large population of us has some major flaws. You know what I'm saying? And then there's like the women that are still kind of like stuck in the old way. Cause there's women that'll be like, yo, you niggas is gay. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. There's still people like that.
Right.
And like, I think sometimes we hear, but like the overall message from all of those different groups, because there's probably more different ways of thinking, is that like men are kind of trash. Sometimes that's all we hear. We don't always acknowledge the women's story anyway. You know what I mean? So we don't know where they coming from with it. And we just taking the message to heart. Like, they don't give a fuck about us. They don't need us. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's the part, that's
when
where I get to.
some of them still want us, like, they criticize us, but they want us to step up to the plate.
It's difficult. It's difficult because, you know, we're in this world right now, and again, if we circle it right back to Tory and Megan, right? Because we don't know exactly all what happened, but the story out of it is coming. The story now that has come out of it is, hey, another black man has not protected a black woman and put her in harm's way.
I know, and that kind of sucks.
And that sucks, right?
That really sucks, actually.
And for it to not get as much coverage as it's supposed to, for it not to be as, you know, popular within the media and things of that nature, it also shows something else too. It's like something happens to a black person, who cares?
It's not just like a woman thing, and I'm not trying to exclude other women, because I be seeing these arguments, all women, you know, it'd be the all anything crew that come in on everything, but specifically in regards to black women, and then in regards to, like, you know what I'm saying, like racism and colorism, I feel that like people generally tend to think that black people are stronger, feel less pain, stereotypically. And I feel like sometimes even black people look at life with those racist values. Like, so they might be like, oh, you know, this motherfucker can handle themselves. It's like the way that their thinking was trained, you know what I'm saying? To where black women, like women of color, you know what I'm saying, like black women are like, I mean, they're like one of the most educated groups in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, look, man, listen. If you just trying to get some pussy, just say that. You know
I'm
what
not
I'm saying?
saying all that.
Don't be trying to butter them up and shit.
No.
Hey,
I'm not buttering them up.
Y'all real educated. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, you know, I wanna. You know.
No, black men are not doing so high right now. We not.
Of course not. And you listen, we've gotten better. But here's the kicker of all of it, bro. Is that at the end of the day, all of the education and shit goes out the window, because you listen, these are real life situations.
You've heard about like the hospital, black women are more likely to die.
Yeah,
you know, like all that shit.
So many things surrounding black women that make them feel unprotected, and this is one of those things. This is in a situation where, but look, you want people to, like, this is the part that kills me about the whole like dating and shit, right? Like, women don't want to date. They'll openly admit that they don't want to date. How many times have you heard that story? How many times have you heard the story of the woman wanting to date the bad guy and the good guy was right there in front of them the whole time? How many times have you heard that story? Right? Because somewhere along the lines,
be abusive too. Shit.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. Like, I just saw that movie with fucking Omar Epps and Nia Long and shit like that. And mind you, that was a piece of shit. Yeah, that was a piece of shit. But he was a good guy that turned bad and whatever. And
then Blair Underwood in anything.
Yeah,
that nigga always just
mad.
Are you really gonna do this to me?
Yeah,
like,
he's
just so
crazy.
smooth, and then he just, oh shit, Blair, you went bad again.
Like, we can see that shit coming a mile away, Blair.
Blair Underwood, yeah, he just started off so nice. So
what I was saying was basically, this story correlates in every aspect, right? So like the women that will always go for the bad guy. that guy. They want to go for that guy, and then they want the shit that they see on Facebook. They want the lovey-dovey, like they want the dates and all of that. You're not getting that from that dude.
I mean, they want like an all-purpose type.
But they say
they want a Swiss Army with a knife for niggas.
But then they also say that,
which is okay.
But then they also say it's like, oh, because I like the thugs and I like the hood niggas is because they protect me. They actually put you in more harmful situations that you need to be protected from that they shouldn't be doing in the first place. They wouldn't have to protect you nearly as much if you wasn't fucking hanging out on the block drinking Remy and smoking Black and Mild.
Damn. Those are two things that don't go together.
Because if you know a bitch that's outside drinking fucking Remy and smoking Black and Milds, she ain't the one. For me, at least, for sure.
I mean, it's nice.
She ain't the one.
If you would like to imbibe in some Remy with
Nah,
me from
man,
time to
G.
time, but not
Nah,
on the
nah.
block.
On the block.
Within closed doors.
within a confined space.
Within a confined space with air conditioning and a couch.
Because them Black and Milds, man, tell me a lot about a bitch.
Look, anybody that's smoking...
That tells me everything I need to know.
Any woman smoking
Swear.
Black and Milds in 2020, I feel like they can protect themselves. So if you
don't deserve equality, motherfucker, if you smoking on the black.
If you around,
hey, that's real talk.
If you around women that's still smoking blacks, they got guns. Like they got guns. They good.
For sure, they know how to shoot.
No, Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? If Meg Thee Stallion, that's how you know Meg Thee Stallion. She probably don't smoke blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because she would have shot Tory. Tory would have been shot the fuck up. Nigga, he's short. All you gotta do is shoot down.
Yeah, well, shit, apparently that's all he did. That's why his aim was so bad. This nigga shot in the foot. Like, this nigga so short, he shot in the foot.
It's crazy.
It wouldn't be a need.
That's crazy.
It wouldn't be a need for as many black women or women in general to go and get guns and go on to protect themselves if niggas was doing it. Right? We understand that. But we also understand too is that the world is telling them, it's like two things happening at once, right? It's like the world telling us like, no, women need to go out and do everything for themselves because men have been treating us like shit. And then the other side is like, no, if we go out and we do all this shit by ourselves, then we will never get men because men don't have any, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. But women really want to separate because they feel like they haven't been protected. And you have other ones that want to separate because they feel like maybe they could do better without. So it's just so confusing and it puts us in this crazy space and it's like, yo, men have to have positions to feel like men. And if they don't, you know, at that point, we're gonna treat you like we treat our guys and the homies. And we're gonna talk shit, we're gonna insult you, we're gonna make you feel bad about shit, and then we're gonna go on about our day and do whatever with you that we feel like we wanna do. That's the reality, right? Because that's what we do with our friends, not the sexual part. But that's what we do with our friends. We go and tell our friends, hey, listen, man, hey, man, you.
How was your day, bro?
Hey, man, you wrong in that situation, bro, and just talk about a whole bunch of crazy shit, right? So that's what it's gonna be. That's exactly what it's gonna be. So we got to get away from the confusion on that and figure out how to move forward. Hopefully, Tory, please. We hope that this story isn't true. We hope that there is light at the end of this tunnel. But man, it's looking bad for you, bro.
Yeah.
And we feel sorry about that, Sydney. Cadence, go upstairs. It's loud. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm recording.
But Mommy won't let me watch YouTube.
Sorry. Sorry, bro. I don't know what to say. Bye.
Yeah, you could.
I know, and you're messing up. I'm doing something. Bye. So, the biggest thing with that is that I hope, Tory, please.
I hope that shit's not true, man. I actually, you know what I'm saying? I feel for Meg, G.
Oh, man, that's fucked up. I really hope Meg gets through this shit.
Even if she slapped him around a little bit.
Moving on to another Canadian nigga.
Oh no.
Drake! Drizzy!
What did he do now?
Drake, besides those terrible ass tattoos, please put up.
I didn't see those. I seen he was getting fried for the bitches. What they say he looked like?
This nigga looked like a Zoom meeting.
Oh yeah, that's what they said.
They said this nigga got a portrait. This nigga got a picture It looked like every president on the money on his back. Because everybody on that motherfucker look like they deserve to be on the dollar bill.
Hold on. Is this like this better not be his grandma or some shit?
Type in Drake's tattoo. I think
This shit look like
it's just terribly misplaced. Like the
my
tattoos
God.
are just like all over. It's just so bad. But this is not about Drake and his tattoos, right? He's got Aaliyah, Sade.
Oh yeah, see, I told you his grandma.
He got his grandma. I see.
got
He's got his grandma's
his
uncle, his
mama's
daddy,
daddy.
Wayne. But like he's got like all their like faces like on his body.
Yeah,
It's just wild.
honestly, well, I'm gonna be 100
It's a
with
little
you.
weird. I'm not getting another man's face on my body. I don't really give a fuck.
He brave as hell for having that many face tattoos.
Yeah, like, and they're all like just scattered on him. Like, why?
He must have just got those.
I don't know.
He got Lil Wayne. He got Aaliyah. Why you get Aaliyah?
Who knows, man?
He got
wants to
Sade.
have-
Why
He
you
wants to
get Sade?
have this emotional connection with Aaliyah, and I just like, yo, give it up, bro. Like, she died in 2001, bro. You not getting those panties. Like, he's just like, I want to bring you from the dead and give you head. Like, stop, Drake. You can't fuck her. She's gone.
Hey.
You will not have it.
My tattoos ain't great either, but damn.
But they're not as misplaced as those motherfuckers. But this is not about that. This is about Drake and DJ Khaled's 2 new songs, 2 new major keys that just dropped. Pop Star and Grease. Have you heard the songs?
Fuck, damn. I missed a lot of shit. No.
What the fuck have you been doing for the last like fucking 4 days, 5? Did you not know we had a podcast this week, nigga?
I think the
Are
Remy
you nothing?
took a toll on me.
We should have known when you jumped in the group chat yesterday and said, can we shoot this a little later than normal? How do you foresee being too fucked up to be somewhere?
I just
Say,
knew it was
listen,
gonna happen.
like, how do you plan on that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You plan to be more fucked up than you should be? Like, that's some wild ass shit.
Look, I tried to keep it within constraint.
I don't like, I can't fucking ask you your opinion, you haven't even heard the song. But I don't
Play
like,
that motherfucker.
I don't like the Grease. I didn't download the Grease song, but I didn't download Pop Star because I feel like it's a fucking smash. And they'll probably have to edit it out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll figure it out. Because I'm sure this is gonna get flagged. Like, without question, this is gonna get flagged. But it's cool. We're gonna play it. Whatever. Yeah. They said like Drake, like they said like to make a hit song today, you have to say a whole bunch of things that you would put on your caption for Instagram.
That's what Lil Baby said, yeah.
I think that's pretty fucking dope. And I'm gonna start rapping now off that premise. I'm just gonna start compiling a whole bunch of shit that I've seen on Instagram captions and then make a song. If that shit ain't gonna be the coolest shit ever, then I don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
It works.
MC, booty boot.
It's levels to
With
this
the
shit.
bars for your ass.
Hell no.
So what do you think about the Pop Star? What do you think about Drake's new joint? Because you know DJ Khaled's coming out with an album. And
Oh, really?
Drake's also coming out with an album soon. I don't know. This is probably gonna be on DJ Khaled's album.
Yeah, because the Dark Lane demo, that was just like some random shit thrown together, right?
Yeah, that was just that wasn't even a mixtape. It's a Lucy pack.
Shit, yeah. Some shit he threw together.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Still was like songs were like on the charts.
That's wild. Lucy's. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good song. I think it was pretty
I
dope.
enjoyed it. I might leave here playing it.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
My window's down.
I think that
Might be raining, but whatever.
I think Drake, just listening to this song and continuing to listen to the music that he's put out this year and recently, puts him at a whole nother level when it comes to just fucking rap and like, you know, just being able to make not even just lyricism, just being able to make a song. Like, you can almost guarantee that he's going to come with something that's going to help push you along. That right there is about the most leverage, like, any one person probably ever needs, is that knowing what you bring to the table every time. Like, you can almost charge indefinite amounts of money. Like, you can just hit niggas in their pockets all type of ways when you're Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just from the marketing aspect of it, just because, hey, I put my name on the song, it's gonna blow up regardless now at this point, regardless if the song's good.
Actually, I feel like he does that to a lot of artists. You remember his little international phase?
Yeah.
He had that UK rapper Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Might have not heard that song if Drake wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? And then Popcan. He did some shit with Popcan. But I feel like people knew about Popcan anyway.
Yeah, people know about Popcan, like, just especially in the fucking, like, West Indies and fucking, like, all in the islands and shit like that. They know about Popcan.
He did that grime track too. He did. And then he had.
Yeah, that's like whole fucking like this drill. Like, can we
Didn't he
touch on
produce
this?
Top Boy, nigga?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
This is the like last season.
Like, the funny part about all this shit is that, like, all this drill, this UK Canadian, New York drill music shit that we've been doing since 2012 in Chicago is so funny to me because I was watching like all of like the Wu, like I learned a lot about like Pop Smoke and his crew and shit like that. I forgot like Pop Smoke and Bobby Shmurda's from the same clique. I didn't know that GS9 was like one of the biggest Crip like gangs like in New York. So like these niggas have been running shit for a while, like on some music type shit, and like they like they have like drill music now in New York. Like that's what it is. You know, and it sounds a lot like the shit that we were doing in 2012.
Like those like staccato hi-hats.
Yeah, like just straight drill. Like straight the beats. Like they have a little bit of a different, but it's still drill music.
It sounds kind of
It's just New York.
It sounds
It's
like
just
drill and UK grime smashed together with New York accents. It's weird.
Yeah, so it's a little weird. But Drake has been on that kind of wave too a little bit, working with like Fabio and all of those dudes. But like I think overall, he's gonna make another great album. He's gonna make great music. You know, DJ Khaled, I guess, is just doing his thing or whatever the case may be. But overall, this motherfucker can't really miss. It's very hard for him to miss. Like, Drake is Drake. You know,
it's like
it's just what it is. But
no
them
matter how
tattoos ain't it,
crazy
nigga.
the tattoos get.
Them tattoos ain't it, bro.
The music still be cold. You like, man, if I saw them tattoos before I heard a song, I wouldn't expect that song.
Minus the tattoos and the
the
overrated baby mother. I mean, he's doing his
The
thing.
porn star lady.
Yeah, he called her overrated. Not overrated. He called her fluke.
Oh, that's who he was talking about?
Yeah. He said my baby mama a fluke. I mean, yeah, he only has one child, one baby mother.
How's she a fluke?
I don't know.
Why would he put that out there without just elaborate, my nigga? Like we want to know.
If you fuck somebody on the first night and they get pregnant and they have your baby, would you consider them a fluke? I'm not saying that's the situation. I'm just saying that as a scenario. Would you call that a fluke?
No, it sounds like he nutted in her all the way.
Does that make him less of a fluke?
So is he the fluke or is she the fluke? Who's the fluke? Because somebody busted a nut on the first night.
Sir, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't hold.
It's a chance, right?
I don't hold much value on busting a nut.
Well,
I could bust a nut. I bust 2 nuts just sitting there.
Okay.
Holds no value.
All right then.
What you think I've been doing at this blink?
God damn. Well, here we are. It's another episode of Something Podcast.
I'm just saying. If
This is your host, Amo Boot.
if we're gonna start holding busting a nut as some sort of like value marker on like whatever, like I'm just saying you said it, nigga.
I mean,
not
how's
me.
it a fluke? What is he? Is
I
he
don't
implying
know.
that she took his sperm?
No,
and put it up in there?
I'm just saying fluke. Okay, what do you define a fluke
I don't
as?
even know.
Like that's
Like
a fluky
fluke
situation.
Is like
I just tripped.
sketchy.
Fell in some pussy.
Hey, sometimes it happens.
That has never happened.
You never just fell
That
in
has
some pussy?
never happened physically ever to anybody. Nobody has ever tripped inside of a vagina. Nobody. So stop trying to push that narrative like, oh, she just laying there with her legs open, hole open enough to where you could just fall in it and be like,
sorry there, ma'am.
Well, it's nice and cozy in here.
tried
Like,
to
no,
get- I
nigga,
tried to get
that
up
never
again.
happened. That has never happened. Ever.
Oh shit.
This is a bullshit. I got time for this. Walk off set. Just thinking about that shit just makes me upset because people try to spin that narrative, but for real, like, man, I just fell in it. You know what I'm saying? I was laying on, you know what I'm saying, and my dick just.
Next thing you know.
Like, no, nigga, that didn't happen like that. Like, nigga, so maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't a fluke. Maybe they had a low-key relationship that we knew nothing about.
Probably, man.
Still be fluky. For some reason, I don't know. I just have to define it. I have to really figure out what the definition of fluky is.
Let's look it up. We're defining words today.
Man,
We've looked up
we are
entanglement.
on the Feel Good Something podcast. You know,
and it feels good to learn.
it does. It does feel good
Feels
to know
great to
more
learn.
about what you didn't know before.
What was the word again?
Fluke. I think that's
Fluky? All right, let's look.
Fluky. Obtained
so
or
lucky.
achieved more by
Oh. chance
than skill.
Wow, this nigga is.
He's a Jada. He's a wordsmith.
He's a wordsmith. This nigga reads the dictionary. God damn
He
it.
said my baby mama a fluke, so she was obtained or achieved more by chance than skill.
Wow.
That is a fluke.
Wow. So
It was
you
by-
got lucky, nigga.
Yeah,
But she got lucky.
She got lucky. That was more of just an opportunity that you happened to take
So then,
advantage of.
let me
let me
refine.
No, he said they only had sex twice.
So let me refine my thesis and say that maybe he busted 70 nuts, and she just happened to be the one that got pregnant.
Yeah.
70 nuts.
No, that makes
And
sense.
65 different women.
But here,
I don't know. You know, fluky.
somebody
Hey,
got the special two.
I don't know what we got here, man.
Who are the 2.5 nuts? The extra 2.5 nuts,
I don't know. You know. Sometimes
or the extra 3 nuts, I guess.
you might have a lackluster one or something.
Maybe a
little
maybe the
pre-cum.
one doing this. a little pre-cum there. Just stick my dick to this little hole.
But not before
Listen,
that.
listen,
Not
listen,
before
listen,
that.
listen, listen, listen. Listen.
Shit. What?
If his baby mother, obviously it wasn't planned, obviously it wasn't a situation, but if you're going raw,
That nigga went
in
to
a
like get 4
known-
DNA
in a
tests.
morn, he did.
That nigga rude, and then he gonna call her a flu. That's that Canada shit. I'm
This
telling
ain't
you.
possible. This ain't possible. Get the 3rd test. This ain't possible.
Yo, there's no fucking way.
Damn, this
dog.
bitch is a fluke.
There's no way, dog.
No way, dog. You're fucking teasing me right now,
You're
dog.
fucking
Put it-
cheesing me right now, dog.
we get bad
Yo, get off my line, dog. Like, yo. Just one more DNA test, dog. Like, just one more,
Do
dog.
not
I don't
let-
believe it, dog.
Do we have Canada viewership? Please don't block us in Canada.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to get-
Hey, look, I
We're
love
trying to
you
get
guys.
on. We're trying to get a deal with iHeart. And in Canada.
I'm just trying not to get any felonies before the borders open up again. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I love Canada. It's all love, guys. We're just down here, non-masking it up.
I'm not anti-Semitic.
Drake is Jewish as well.
Yeah, well,
He's a Jewish Canadian. So now we're gonna piss everybody off.
I don't even think Drake even believes he's a Jew.
Have you seen his mother?
I have.
I think his name is Graham.
I don't believe.
His dad- that's his dad's name,
I know
right?
he had a bar mitzvah and everything, but I don't believe.
Man, bro, I seen that nigga in a tally before.
I think
I seen him in a yarmulke. I swear to God.
I have to.
Ain't you seen him?
Play.
Y'all seen him in a yarmulke?
Play.
He Jewish.
I think. Little Dicky.
So
is my-
with that
my
being
go-to.
said-
he's my go-to. Little Dicky is my go-to. for that.
Drake, one of the hottest rappers in the U.S., UK,
I haven't heard him speak up on Jewish
the
issues.
Caribbean.
Just saying.
And
He speak on black issues. I don't hear him speak about nothing
Canada.
about shit that that people said, like Nick Cannon. Like, him and Nick Cannon have a relationship.
Speaking of Nick Cannon,
Yeah, I know.
speaking of Nick Cannon, we have not addressed that yet.
I don't want to.
Speaking
though.
of
I
motherfucking
don't
Nick
want to.
Cannon.
Oh, before. You want to go there first? 'Cause
Okay,
I,
so-
I can skip the other topic. I mean, we don't have to talk about.
What, the Jews run the media?
No,
Oh.
I wasn't talking.
I'm not an anti-Semite.
I don't want to do this.
I'm kidding.
But I don't want to do it. I don't want to go.
Okay,
I don't wanna
Nick
go into
Cannon
that
got
nigga.
fired for anti-Semitic comments at the end.
Yeah, because I mean, like, and he apologized about it, and like,
He didn't have to.
just fuck, bro. Like, no,
didn't have to
I don't
apologize.
want to get in it. Look, Nick Cannon, call me when you see this, okay?
It's always rumor some podcast, baby. Come to death row. Hey, and to all the ladies, you know what I'm saying? If you feeling unprotected, come to death row. Okay?
We can feed you cold pizza in Sierra Mist.
Might got a wing or two upstairs, you know what I'm saying? But
That's all we got, because we don't have nothing else for you. We don't have America's Got Talent type budget. All right. Did you hear? So, hey, listen, hey. Did you know now that we are actually in a, I guess, like, we're a part of something a little bit more bigger than we thought it was, because now, like, podcasts are, like, beefing with, like, other podcasts.
really?
So, like, it's podcast beef now. So, like, we got to find some
Damn,
ops.
so we could be like, hey, yo, fuck these niggas over here.
Yeah, we got to find some podcast ops.
Damn, I ain't
smoke.
bet. No, they don't want no smoke with the ops.
Here we go.
Shit, there's some niggas over there.
Yeah,
Shit.
starting lit.
I heard them some niggas got the pole here. Shit funny.
I'm trying to get into some beef with some of these other podcast niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently that's what you're supposed to do in today's,
It's just beef with niggas.
you gotta beef with other niggas that are in the same category. Just like rapper beef, there's like,
So are they beefing with Nick
there's like
Cannon?
radio beef, and now there's podcast beef.
Does Nick Cannon have any beef now?
No, I don't think Nick Cannon has
Does
beef.
he still
other
continue to
than
do
with
his podcast now?
Other than the red dudes, red beards. Is that
To whom are you referring,
is
Sam?
that Irish?
Oh, the Irish? I don't
Is it
know.
Irish or
Are you saying that Jewish people have red beards?
do they?
Some of them.
That's racist. That's racist.
I'm sure some of them have red
That's
beards.
racist. That's racist to say that.
What? That they have red beards? That maybe there might be a Jewish guy that has a red beard. However, not all Jewish people.
Would that make it fact though that?
I'm sure
That
I
what
could
you're saying
find a
is true?
Jewish guy that has a red beard.
Huh. That's weird.
But like, I'm sure
it's
that-
weird how that's fact and also not racist at the same time,
I mean,
or and racist at the same time.
how is it racist? Is that really a slur?
Don't know.
I never knew that.
We
to
don't
be-
know anything anymore. The lines are so blurred that motherfucker,
Hey,
all
look.
I see is a whole bunch of smudge.
I'm gonna tell you.
Like I don't see nothing. There's nothing clear about that anymore. You made a statement that could be potentially fact and also racist at the same time. That's weird.
Well, I mean, we're not assuming that they all have red beards. We're just assuming that there might be a Jewish guy with a beard that happens to be red.
Kind of makes my point. Moving on.
Jesus Christ.
Joe. No,
I'm actually
not to
confused.
you. Not to you. Not to
Oh.
you. No, listen, there's a lot of sarcasm in that. Don't worry. It's like you ain't got shit to say on that. It's like that's how you just end it. You just go ahead and do that.
Like, all right, next topic.
So this is one that you had said. So I think my man Trump. So Trump apparently is sitting around with beans on his desk, and he is making an extreme push to get schools back in
Yeah, for like a
session.
couple weeks now. He's been going real hard.
There's an
right?
obvious reason for that, right? And if
Did you see the
know-
lady? What was it? The secretary of
Yeah, his press
press?
secretary. Yeah.
She was like, what'd she say? The science shouldn't hold back the kids. Like, what?
She said
I don't completely
the science
know it, but it
should
was
not
just-
get in the way of
Yeah.
us taking. What the fuck do you mean it shouldn't get in the way? It is the primary factor in what it is that we should or should not be doing.
Yeah.
And if we should not be in big crowds, then my daughters will not be attending school.
So a lot of people are considering homeschooling now. Is that a thing?
That also isn't a fucking good idea either, because I have a hard time remembering shit from kindergarten and first grade.
Well, you're better at math than I am.
Listen, we know that for sure. But I don't. But
Hemdas,
I'm
nigga.
also not equipped to be a teacher either. So we're now in a conundrum. We are now in a crossroads, if you will, because either I let her now waste her life, go and let my children just fuck off this year, or get her in first grade like she's supposed to be going into this year. It's difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Because it's like putting you in danger, but also.
Yeah, but
But like it's school though. Like I feel like you could.
I think one thing that they're missing though is that they're saying that children have a what is it? They have a low possibility of transmitting like COVID to each other, and shit
that's
like
why
that.
they say it's safe. But then like a shit ton of people get sick at every meeting they had to bring back
Every
school. Like so, you know what I mean?
So they're acting as if teachers and adults aren't in these facilities to help these
Shit
facilities
ton of
run.
adults, shit ton of old people.
So they pass it
all
to the adults, or
susceptible.
the adults pass it to the children. I'm sure that transmission is possible.
And take it home to their families, and who knows? That's the whole point of the stay at home.
Right.
Is because of how it's not necessarily
We don't even have
about
all the
you
sci- we don't
having
have
the
all-
worst
we don't have
symptoms.
we don't have enough science yet, because they're saying kids don't get a lot of symptoms. And I know when I thought I had COVID, which I believe I probably did, they
I
were
thought I
all
had
they
that
were
shit
all
too.
over me, and they did not get sick at all, like at all. So I don't know. Like I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, come get these motherfuckers. Take these niggas to school, please. Open up, but open up safely, because I don't want them to go to school if it's not safe. But at
Put
the
them in
same
little
time,
hamster balls or something.
yeah, they would love that shit, bro. They would be fucking rolling around, like fucking waiting to go to school in their little hamster ball. Waking up early and shit they normally don't do for school. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird being a parent.
I can only imagine.
I hate being responsible for other lives.
Yeah, I'm barely responsible for my own.
Right.
It's pretty bad.
Puts me in a fucked up position right now. But I mean, what do you think? You think it's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Terrible fucking idea. He shouldn't do it. But
Terrible,
Trump's gonna,
tremendously,
but
hugely.
he's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't really think he gives. I really don't think he gives a fuck at this point. Now it's all about him getting reelected, and he has to do whatever. And people love the idea of other people loving the idea of school. If that makes any sense, which it does if you think about it. People don't give a fuck about school. They don't give a fuck about school enough to teach.
Fuck Goya.
They never give teachers enough money. They never do anything that's productive for all of the schools, just the schools that obviously pertain to their children. And the reality seems to be that that's a good marker for you to hang your hat on trying to get reelected, is saying, hey, listen, this is going right into the school year. We need to get school back, because this is all he has. If school doesn't get back on time, he definitely ain't getting reelected. But he's getting reelected. We definitely
There's no points.
We appreciate you here on the on the Feel Good Some podcast this week. We definitely enjoy you guys. Thank you again to our somebodies. Like, comment, share, subscribe to our channel. Get this on different platforms. We appreciate the somebodies. We appreciate you for tuning in every week. Loyal, faithful. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all. Until next week, we are out.
I always felt I had a lot of wisdom. Born with common sense, I like to listen. Yeah. Trying to get an edge on competition. Throwing up the shot for the win, I won't break it. I pledge allegiance only to myself. And most of life is overcoming hands you've been dealt. It's such a soap opera as the world is always turning. Enlightened creatures keep our minds open, fucking for it.